Hey everybody, you might have noticed a brief transition because I needed to take a break between making this video. So now we're going to talk about the bad and the ugly for Black Panther. And most of this is nitpicky stuff. So I feel like if you like these genre of films, you're going to enjoy it. If you're interested in just seeing a unique portrayal of African culture, you're going to enjoy it. But this film is not perfect, and like any film, it's worth dissecting the stuff that it fell short on. So, as I was remarking about Michael B. Jordan and how great Michael B. Jordan is, the two most dynamic characters in this film, the two most interesting, are Claw and Killmonger, and both. And this is a spoiler, so if you haven't watched the film, pause the video. But they get murdered, and it's a big disservice to the Black Panther universe to kill two of his primary antagonists. That's like if you killed Joker and Bane in the first Batman movie, and now people do that. People did that in those movies, but in an ongoing cinematic universe, it's a deep shame that you would take two of the most interesting characters away from this character. So there's that. The other thing is there's a car chase sequence, and as Mr. Sunday Movies has pointed out, it would be a much more interesting sequence in Wakanda than in South Korea. And it would work too, because you could say, Call and Killmonger are working together, they've sneaked into Wakanda, they're trying to do something to overthrow the government. And you can have the chase sequence in Wakanda, and you could do this kind of amazing chase sequence in this futuristic city. The chase sequence is okay, but there's some stuff of it that kind of takes away from it being the unique vision that everything else in this film is. Another part that was a bit disappointing was that the last act, you have the Chad Boswick Black Panther and the Michael B. Jordan Black Panther, one in purple and one in gold. Two action figures just kind of hitting each other, right? And, a lot of the Marvel films suffer from this. In the first Iron Man film, he was fighting Warmonger, who was just Iron Man and a bigger Iron Man machine. Ant-Man was fighting Yellow Jacket, who was just his tech, it with a yellow jacket and two stingers on it. And, that's kind of a common problem with Marvel properties, is the villain is just a funhouse mirror of the hero, but not enough that it's visually dynamic or visually striking. I think it would have been more interesting if Michael B. Jordan had taken the throne of Wakanda and then said he was ending the Black Panther line and creating a new warrior, and his antelope mask could have been implemented in some interesting way with the vibranium and the existing tech, and been his own villain, unique from the comics. So that was a little annoying. The final battle's kind of all over the place, and the ugly of this film, and the only true disappointment of this film, is the CGI. This is a good film. It's well done. It's well produced. The shots are really dynamic. This really deserves to. I would have pushed Avengers to December and made this the May, June, July film, and they should have spent the extra 3 or 4 months working on the CGI. Because there's some parts where it looks like rubber, or it looks like a PlayStation 2 load scene, and it's a shame because so much of this film is so good, but then you get these Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man CGI sequences with the Black Panther, and you're like, son of a bitch, either use a stuntman or really spend the time on the CGI and spend the budget on CGI. So it's a real shame because it holds the movie back in my eyes. I know for most people, this film is getting universal praise, universal love. It kind of knocks the film down a point or two for me, just the CGI stuff and some of the tropes being kind of not implemented perfectly. But, it's a really great film, and it's really fun, and it's really exciting, and it's a very enjoyable experience. So, I'm hoping more for this character. I'm hoping more for this part of the Marvel universe. How much he'll be employed. honestly, with the way this film's doing box office wise, he's probably going to lead the Avengers after Avengers 4. He'll probably become the new Tony Stark character who's in all the other movies just because he's so popular now. So I'm hoping, he'll get used more. I'm hoping Ryan Coogler will get more opportunities to do stuff that's outside of just what's considered the black film genre. And I hope that everyone has a fun experience and that it stays safe. I'm hoping it's everyone can celebrate this and enjoy it, and it be a moment where we can all come together and have some fun and be connected. So if you enjoyed this review, like, comment, subscribe. If you hate this review, like, comment, or subscribe, or dislike. And there'll be more comic reviews coming tomorrow. Peace.